Week 3, and the schoolboy football season just keeps getting better. We bring you Pitchside up close and personal with your favorite team and your favorite players. Hello, and welcome to Fan Central Pitchside. I am Michalia Cowan, and he's not quite Nathan Curtis, but he is standing in on his behalf. This is Renaldo Adams.
Hi, Michaela. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? A bit under the weather, but we have to push through.
That is it.
How are you doing?
I'm good. In the big seat today, quote unquote. So, yeah, let's get the show on the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the season is taking shape. We are seeing which teams are most impressive and getting into form. So far, I have to say, I am impressed by Jamaica College. Who has impressed you the most?
Ooh, I'm not going to replicate what you said, so I'm going to go to the other college.
Okay.
I'm going to say Kingston College.
Why is that?
Not only the 18-0,
right.
But you don't know KC pedigree, top pedigree in schoolboy football. And the season is still young thus far, but so
just
far,
week 3.
Yeah, them are going with themselves so far.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love to hear that. And while JC has not won the Manning Cup since 2022, it might seem not that long. However, for the 31-time champions, 2 years might feel like 2 decades. So, Renaldo, based on what I have gathered, are they really pushing to claim the title this year?
It won't be easy. I'll say that.
I agree.
Because there are several contenders. As I said just now, there's KC, there's Mona.
Absolutely,
and
the fan favorite, I have to say. Yes.
So it won't be easy, but just as Kingston College, Jamaica College also offers Manning Cup and the schoolboy football overall pedigree.
Right.
To add to that, they have a number of players from last year's Walker Cup winning side. Giovannie, not Brady.
not our analyst.
Not our Giovannie, but Giovannie Taylor. He has been their standout player so far, with the likes of Nashorda Gibbs providing support. So they still have a certain caliber in the team.
Absolutely.
And the match, football isn't played on paper, so we'll just have to see what's going on in the field.
We cannot forget Javon Mills and Johnny Thompson as well, because I know the pressure is on Coach Davion Ferguson to deliver the Manning Cup this year. I'm not sure if he will stick around if JC should fail again. Do you think that his role at Mount Pleasant is affecting him at JC?
I wouldn't say so. It's 2024.
Right.
We see quite a few coaches locally. They have different jobs. Either they coach both schoolboy and the Premier League, or they coach in some capacity in the national setup with a senior or a junior, and still manage to
manage
again. Tapper, he lost the JPL last year to Cavaliers, obviously, but Tapper is a proven coach, and he has proven again and again and again that he can do both. So I wouldn't say it is so much of a deterrent. It's just about finding the balance.
Absolutely, absolutely. So JC has won their first 2 games in Zone F, scoring 20 goals in wins over Pembroke Hall and Cumberland. They battled Excelsia High, who sits second in the group after beating Bridgeport in their opening game. As we head to the break, here are the highlights from the JC Excelsia encounter.
Happened in this game, and it started from pretty early out. Excelsia, the earlier protagonist. And it was this man, Shadika Wizard, who provided that thrust. Struck the bar early. Ferocious strike. Jamaica College, they started to grow into the game, and this man started to grow into the game. Dylan John, a real warning sign in the first half. And then again, Shadika Wizard hitting the crossbar. So close to bulging the net. And then in the second half, it was a mistake actually. Jamari Gordon had a pretty good game. Slipped up. Dylan John coolly slotted home. Up until then, you can say Jamaica College were second best. And their captain, he stepped up. Maybe his team got a bit too calm. Shadika Wizard down the right hand side, cross in, and it broke extremely kindly to Kimarley Scott. Really good finish right in the corner. Really good finish. As you can see, it literally stitched up, and shortly after, the and then some turned into quite a literal meaning. Racing through on goal. It was a mistake. It was a mistake by Nathaniel Aiken, but it was a good finish nonetheless. Through the legs, the Marley Williams. Excelsia at that point 2-1 up. But then this free kick changed it all. They appealed for the handball and they got it. Yeah, that's a stonewall penalty. And Dylan John calmly put that one away. 4 goals on the season now for Dylan John. He's flying. Statistics. I told you it was an entertaining game. 24 shots between both teams, 10 shots on target. Fouls as well, 13 of them in the game, 2 yellow cards for Excelsia.
Dylan, you told me that you're a bit disappointed that it's a draw, but overall your performance, you've scored 2 goals. How are you feeling?
Not bad, but not great, you know. Wasn't the best day in the office, but it's time to go back to the training ground and fix what we need to fix.
I think I'm proud of the performance in terms of what we put on. I think we're up against a very good Excelsia team today. I think they got the tactic right in the first half. I think we made the adjustments. We reacted well in the second half, and I think we should have won the game.
Well, a bit disappointed that we couldn't come out here with the 3 points, but nonetheless, 1 point away from home is always good, and especially at Jamaica College, 1 point at Jamaica College is something to cheer about.
Well, as the sun sets here at the Ashenheim Stadium, just to recap what's taken place so far in Zone F. Well, as far as today was concerned, JC and Excelsia ended at 2 apiece. Ascot with a 1-0 victory over Pembroke Hall. And at the top, just to take a look at what's happening there, Jamaica College with 7 points from their 3 matches. Ascot, they're a point behind. Excelsia with 4 points from their 2 matches.
Tired of the high interest rates and the whole heap of loan payments every month? Take a debt consolidation loan from AIM to pay credit card bills and all other high interest rate loans from other institutions. Make 1 low monthly payment to AIM and take home some extra money in your pocket. That's financial freedom. 1 loan, 1 low payment, more money in your pocket. Call AIM today to lower your loan payment. And remember, you won't find a better deal elsewhere. Guaranteed.
Rise and shine and start your day with the Wealthy Club's Power Hour. It's a transformative mind-body workout infused with strength training, yoga, meditation, and journaling. Every Wednesday from 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. Join us for free, live in person right here at the Marketplace in front of Camila's Kitchen, or you can join in from anywhere in the world thanks to our friends over at Just Create. And afterwards, refuel with your post-workout breakfast from Camila's Kitchen to truly support your wellness and your fitness goals. Catch us for this special workout hour on CVM TV on Mondays from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. and a repeat at 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. WellFit Wednesdays right here at the Marketplace. See you there.
Based on his personality, what kind of bug would you compare your husband to? Tasha.
A roach.
Welcome back to Fan Central Pitchside. We are now joined by the guru, Giovannie Brady. Gio, what go on, bro? One of them ear fist pump there. Yeah, man. Yeah, good. All right, cool. So before we turn to the DaCosta Cup, my boss, I want to hear your perspective on Excelsia High. It will be a tough test for them to win the Manning Cup for the first time in 20 years. That title came in 2004. Long time, that, you know. But they had exceptional players with the likes of Ricardo Zimenez and Renaldo Brown. And we could argue that Coach Liebert Halliman was at his peak when he was leading the team. But Excelsia, since then, has flattered to deceive. The Walker Cup in 2008 was the last time they got their hands on any silverware. What says you, Mr. Brady?
You guys putting me on the spot, you know. Put it on the spot.
That's how the show go, man.
Exactly. 20 years ago, that was Hurricane Ivan.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It's a long time, that 8-year-old. Yeah, but Excelsia. So Excelsia have a program now where they have the Ali Cup every pre-season. And it's basically a pre-season tournament held down by Excelsia. They invite a few teams and they play some football. They won this year. I think they beat Dintle in the finals. So that kind of shows you the growth and the reinvestment in the Excelsia High School program. They've managed to also do a bit of recruitment. They got Kasafa under 17, leading goal scorer from last year. His name is Kimani Scott, leading the line there. So they can do some damage, they can score some goals. Probably too early for me to predict that they're going to go to the semi-finals or finals. And it's tough.
Oh, you know, so that question.
It's tough. Let's continue.
No, I think we need to put it directly into the hot seat.
Yeah, put me in the hot seat, yeah.
Directly. How far do you think they're
Before
going to go?
Before we get to that. Again, as I said to you, it's difficult to really predict.
No, it's not.
It's really not.
I say, if you guys let me finish, I think in the Manning Cup there's a lot of competitive schools, right? And do I see Excelsia currently being better than 4 schools in the Manning Cup? I don't think so. But for this year, no, I can't say Excelsia going. No.
Even though they won.
You're looking at Mona.
Their first.
You're looking at JC. You're looking at a KC. You're looking at a Georges. Do you think Excelsia? I wonder why you said Wolmans. do you think they're? But Wolmans has not been doing bad. But do you think they're better than those 4 teams? I don't know. So if you're doing elimination, then no. But yeah, I say quarterfinals. What say you?
We're moving on.
Let's move on to the DaCosta Cup, which is, Gio's favorite. To win the title is Glenmuir High, and they continue to impress. They beat Winston Jones High 15-0 on Tuesday to make it 4 out of 4 in Zone I. It is the second time Glenmuir High.
On Sunday, August 11, in the quiet community of Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon, our entire nation was shaken by a brutal act of violence.
Gangsters mercilessly took the lives of 8 innocent Jamaicans, including a 7-year-old boy.
These criminals will strike again, destroying more families and more communities, unless we stand together to stop them.
If you have any information that can help bring these killers to justice, please share it with the security forces.
The government has established a reward fund of $25 million for information leading to the arrest and charge of
the perpetrators who committed this heinous act,
the facilitators who supplied them with arms, intelligence, and transportation,
and those who harbor and protect these criminals after the crime.
If you know something, please say something. Call Crime Stop at 311. Mocha at 888-6622-847, NIB at 811, or JDF at 837-8888.
Together, we will defeat
gangs and develop a culture of peace in our country.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
What's your story? What's your sign? We're dreamers. People say we're doing this in our own way. We come alive. We come alive.
Welcome back to Fan Central Pitchside as we move over to the Da Costa Cup. Now, defending champions Clarendon College are going to hunt their second win of the campaign when they face Lennon in Zone H on Saturday.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Welcome back to Fan Central Pitchside. We are now joined by the guru, Giovannie Brady. Gio, what go on, bro? One of them earpiece pump there. Yeah, man.
Yeah, good. All right, cool.
So before we turn to the Da Costa Cup, my boss, I want to hear your perspective on Excelsia High. It will be a tough test for them to win the Manning Cup for the first time in 20 years. That title came in 2004. Long time, that, you know. But they had exceptional players with the likes of Ricardo Zimenez and Renaldo Brown. And we could argue that Coach Liebert Halliman was at his peak when he was leading the team. But Excelsia, since then, has flattered to deceive. The Walker Cup in 2008 was the last time they got their hands on any silverware. What says you, Mr. Brady?
You guys putting me on the spot, you know. Put him on the spot.
That's how the show go, man.
Exactly. 20 years ago, that was Hurricane Ivan.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It's a long time, that 8-year-old. Yeah, but Excelsia. So Excelsia have a program now where they have the Ali Cup every pre-season. And it's basically a pre-season tournament held down by Excelsia. They invite a few teams and they play some football. They won this year. Then they beat the Intel in the finals. So that kind of shows you the growth and the reinvestment in the Excelsia High School program. They've managed to also do a bit of recruitment. They got Kasafa under 17, leading goal scorer from last year. His name is Kimani Scott, leading the line there. So they can do some damage, they can score some goals. Probably too early for me to predict that they're going to go to the semi-finals or finals. And it's tough.
Oh, you know, so that question.
It's tough. Let's continue.
No, I think we need to put it directly into the hot seat.
Yeah, put me in the hot seat, yeah.
Directly. How far do you think they're
Before
going to go?
Before we get to that. Again, as I said to you, it's difficult to really predict.
No, it's not.
It's really not.
I say, if you guys let me finish, I think in the Manning Cup there's a lot of competitive schools, right? And do I see Excelsia currently being better than 4 schools in the Manning Cup? I don't think so. So quarterfinals, I say, is their ceiling.
Okay.
And they can probably win the what's the name of the other competition, the secondary competition. The Walker Cup, yeah, they can win the Walker Cup, probably. Because that's a good start, and if you win the Walker Cup, that shows that there's some progression. It's a trophy, and the next year you can forward now. It's a Champions Cup football, a deep semi-final run into the Manning Cup. Yeah, but for this year, no, I can't say Excelsia going. No.
Even though they won.
You're looking at Mona.
Their first.
You're looking at JC. You're looking at a KC. You're looking at a Georges. Do you think Excelsia? I wonder why you said Wolmer's. do you think they're, but Wolmer's has not been doing bad, but do you think they're better than those 4 teams? I don't know. So if you're doing elimination, then no. But yeah, I say quarterfinals. What say you?
We're moving on.
Let's move on to the Da Costa Cup, which is, Gio's favorite. To win the title is Glenmuir High, and they continue to impress. They beat Winston Jones High 15-0 on Tuesday to make it 4 out of 4 in Zone I. It is the second time Glenmuir High are scoring double digits this season. Orain Watson led the way in the win over Winston Jones High, scoring 6 times to move 9 goals this season.
Glenmuir lead Zone I with 12 points, scoring 35 goals in 4 matches without conceding. The Mapen-based team made a statement with a 2-0 win over Garvey Maceo last Saturday. Here's how that game unfolded.
That's how we started the game really well in terms of being aggressive and connecting the short passes to move the team progressively up the field. Got the goals as well.
Garvey Maceo and Glenmuir will come away with it. Cowan having time and options, finding Cummings. Cummings goes on a trek here, gets the ball. Oh, that's a lovely ball inside again, an opportunity for Biggs!
exactly what Glenmere would have needed, would have wanted. A couple of chances wasted. There was only a matter of time before their quality. And don't get it wrong, that goal was of supreme quality. The pass initially from Cummings and Binns, I said he was in good nick.
Nice turn. Miller on his left. Miller! He fired that one home! Oral Miller gets his 7th of the season! And Glenmure all over Garvey Mateo by 2-0 now!
That was just a fantastic strike. The confidence of him to take that on his left into the bottom corner. And Glenmure, it's certainly been such an impressive performance so far. And one of Clarendon's greatest sons once sang about a ship. And Glenmure, it has to be said, they are now the big ship sailing.
They don't know. Glenmure the biggest thing right now. Zin, I'm going to tell you what I want. We're coming at every school out there we play the ISSA Cup and Manning Cup. Because Champions Cup we are defend that.
I'm right now I'm feeling a bit hurt, but I'm still supporting my side. Cubans all the way.
To tell you the honest truth, you know, the first half, when we went out in the first half, we had a plan. Good. But you saw where we made some few mistakes and it cost us 2 goals. Now that 2 goals, we carried over in the second half. When you look at the second half, it was a game of 2 halves. In the first half, 2-0, second half, 0-0. So the players stick to the instruction that was given during the halftime break and they came out better with more ambition and you saw more purpose in what we wanted to achieve throughout the game.
Surprisingly, the opposition didn't really seem to give you much challenge today. Was that a surprise for you, given the quality of the opposition?
In the context of the 3rd game of the season, you'll understand, but they are a quality team. They are very good players. You look around and you expect them to get better over time as well.
Zone I is shaping up to be a very competitive zone. Glenmure and Garvey, as expected, are the front runners. However, Kemp Hill and Fogar Road are making strides. Kemp's Hill are on 9 points with 1 defeat in their 4 matches. Fogar Road 4th on 7 points with 2 wins, a draw and a defeat in 4 games. These schools are not known for football prowess, but since last year, we have seen that they're making progress. They ended Zone G in 3rd and 4th.
We are up on a quick break. More fun Central Pitchside when we return.
Welcome to the ZZ Lottery Draw for 8:20 p.m. Thursday, September 19th, 2024. The one-drop winning number is 32. The hat-trick winning numbers are 2, 8, 2. The four-play winning numbers are 2, 5, 7, 5. The Lucky Day Lotto winning numbers are 10, 5, 12, 16, 3. The fireball is white. Thank you for playing with Izizi.
Schoolboy football has been serving up some big scores this season. Glenmure High beaten Winston Jones 15-0. Kingston College thrashing Cumberland High 18-0. Charlie Smith blasting Gainsted 14-0. And Jamaica College demolishing Ascot 11-0. Here are a few of the outlandish scores lines so far. Now, that has sparked a debate here on Fan Central Pitchside. And the question is, with such a gap in quality, Should there be a tier system in schoolboy football with relegation and promotion format? This is where Gio and Renaldo will go at it. This is the debate segment. Gio, you have a minute to make your point.
A minute. So, a tier system, I think that I am always in the line of development. So wherever players get to play more football, I am for that. If a tier system allows for the players to play more football, I am all for that type of system. I think definitely if the players are going to play more football, you know, funding has to become a part of the conversation.
Right.
Relegation and a promotion. Also, I think that also gives the players the ability to play against other teams or schools that the quality is more on par. The quality is more together.
Okay.
So a tier system, there are a lot of benefits for a tier system. I think I'm for a tier system, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Renaldo?
Personally, I believe that a tier system would somewhat water down the product in a sense that I know my fault say my team good. I know my fault say your team not good.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So are we making excuses for mediocrity? Is that the case?
Wow. Okay.
Not bashing any program.
It sounds like
we understand the top schools. There's a huge gap.
Right.
But competition, I believe that if you lose, George is gonna get 10 love. You should use that as a lesson.
Dropping words.
And improve and try to improve for the next match.
But that's the thing though, you know. The thing is, right? So I think at this level, and as I've always said, it's about development. And I think a big part of schoolboy football that I don't always necessarily agree with is the win-loss mentality. So you have some teenagers, guys that are 13, 14, 15, 16 playing, and it's all about winning and losing. I think schoolboy football also doesn't allow for late bloomers, because if a school like an Manly, then let's say they're only going to play 6 games this season. After they play them 6 games there, that's it until next year again, generally. If you have a tier system, then a Manly can play against a Pembroke, you know, a team that is more in their zone, and they can play longer, develop longer. And if there's a late bloomer in that Manly team, he gets the ability to, you know, to show his talent eventually.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily have to have the tier system to do that. What you could have is more competitions.
Okay.
At school level.
But don't you think that resources would be an issue for that?
Of course, it would be a deterrent, but arguing on Gio's point, he said that he wants more game time for the lads. Implement more competitions. You know, for example, in England, they have the Premier League, but apart from the Premier League, you have the FA Cup and you have the smaller